Hi everybody, Leah here. It's the 20th of December 2017, and if you follow astrology pages, you will know that there is a really big energy shift happening today. And so some of you are probably going to be feeling really motivated and enlivened and excited, and some of you are possibly going to be feeling weighed down and heavy with what's happening. So what I want to do today was just draw 3 cards, and so just pick which card now. So just ask what you need to know for the final 11 days of the year, 1, 2 or 3, and then that card reading will be for you today. And this is about what you might be feeling now, what you need to address now before the year's out. So the first card is adversity. So we all have challenges, and sometimes life just feels really hard, and that things don't go the way we want and the way we've planned, and that sometimes no matter how hard we work, we're not kind of getting ahead, or we're not where we want to be. So, but this card is just reminding you that challenges come so that we can find ways to face them, and then we grow and we learn, and you will get to that point that you want to be at. So looking for the blessings in challenges now, and looking outside the square, finding other ways around them and how to deal with them. Perhaps the way that you have always dealt with them isn't effective, and so it keeps happening because it's showing you that it's time to look for new ways and try and face them in a different way. So if you can try and change your viewpoint from one that life's hard and challenges keep happening and it's all too difficult, try and change that around to, okay, what is this challenge teaching me? How has this shown itself in my life previously? How have I dealt with it then? Because clearly that's not working. So what can I do differently now to change the outcome? So it's quite a good card, really, because through challenges you have the most growth. So you just have to put that work in and figure out what it's trying to tell you. The second card is grief. And grief can be a lot of things. It might be that you've lost a person. They may have passed, or it might have been the end of a relationship. It could have been the end of a job. It might just be grief in that life isn't the way you want it to be right now. So this card is just reminding you to spend the time with that grief. Don't pretend it's not there. If you're feeling really sad, then just sit with that today and feel what you feel. It's okay. And for some of you, the thing that you're grieving may not seem significant to somebody else, but if it's significant to you, then give yourself the time to process that grief and look for ways through it. Try and find, recall the joy that the situation you've lost, that it brought to you, and as time goes on, try and focus more on the joy that you had in that situation as opposed to the pain of having now lost it. So, but allow yourself to grieve. We live in a society where we're expected to just get over and get on with things, and it's just not always possible. So we have to allow ourselves to grieve, or that will show up later somewhere in our life or our physical bodies. So if you're grieving something now, give yourself that time and space to really process that and sit with it. And then the third card is doubt. So this was a huge year. 2017 was, it's a year of new beginnings. People have been changing their lives this year, making big changes. So many people I've spoken to that have changed careers completely. They're following their dreams. They've left relationships. They've moved house. So many different things that has just been huge for them. And so you might be getting towards the end of the year and that doubt might be creeping in, thinking, have I done the right thing? Have I made the right choices this year? Should I have just stayed where I was probably comfortable and content, but not entirely happy? Would that have been safer or the better choice? But it's not. You need to grow. You need to be who you are, and all of the changes you're making are about you becoming more in alignment with who you are and living the life you want to live. And I always say to people, when they make these big changes but then they go through this doubt process, the life you're living right now, is that the life you want to be living in another 10 years' time? Or do you want to go through those hard parts right now, make those changes that are difficult and probably feel incredibly uncomfortable at times, but will hopefully lead you to a much better life in 10 years' time? So if you can try and look at it at that point of view and just think, well, you know, where are these changes leading me? How will my life look different? How will it be better? And just reassure yourself that you're making these changes for a reason. And I can guarantee you haven't made any of these big changes on a whim. It's been probably something you've thought about long and hard before you've made them. So, you know, you've made the right decisions for you. So now you just have to follow through. Don't go backwards. Don't get cold feet as we near the end of the year and worry that you've done it all wrong and then go back into those old patterns because they're comfortable. Keep pushing forward. Keep doing the work you need to do now, because next year will be so much better. And in 10 years' time, your life is going to look very, very different. So I hope these cards help. There is still time to get your 2018 card reading if you want it. Just private message me for bank details for that. I have had quite a few messages, so if I've missed you, please just message me again, because it's been a bit hectic. So failing that, I will see you again next week for your final card reading for the year, and then I'll see you in 2018. Bye.